And welcome into the broadcast, folks, live from Henderson, Nevada. Game 3 of this 4-game set between the College of Southern Nevada Coyotes and the 5th-ranked Salt Lake Community College Bruins. I'm James Hernandez. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Coyote Softball here on Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Fantastic day after yesterday's windstorm that we survived. Made it through here. Coyotes did lose the first 2 games of the series. Game 1, the Coyotes were 15-6 losers. Game 2, Salt Lake City did run rule the Coyotes 10-0 here. Lauren Fraley, winner in Game 1. Game 2 winner was Kylie Everill. 2 fantastic pitching performances by the Bruins here. Shonda Badeos on the mound here in Game 3. She'll be opposed by Salt Lake's Addie Jensen. Salt Lake again very deep here with their pitching staff. We're going to join the game here in progress, top of the first inning here. A little late start getting things connected here to our YouTube channel, but we're happy to be bringing this broadcast to you on a beautiful day, Fan Appreciation Weekend, Breast Cancer Awareness Day out here at Russell Road Complex in Henderson, Nevada. Badeos now facing the number 2 hitter, Tina Ford. Carly Bunderson on via error. Advance to second base. So Salt Lake City has their leadoff hitter on second base. The next pitch by Badeos is hit back to her. She's fielded and throws to Emily Guthrie at first for the out. 1-3 to retire Tina Ford. However, Bunderson does move over to third with just 1 out, and that's going to bring up the premier power hitter in the Scenic West Athletic Conference. That's Ray Gall of Salt Lake City. Fantastic stats here. Gall's batting .487 with 15 home runs and 63 RBIs. Ray Gall looking to cement her status potentially as Scenic West Athletic Conference Player of the Year for 2016. She's doing a heck of a job. This whole Salt Lake City lineup is dangerous 1 through 9 here. Of course, 3 hitters batting over .400. 7 of the 9 hitters in the lineup batting .300 or better. It's a very, very effective group offensively. Shonda's going to have to really buckle down here against Ray Gall and see if she can induce an out. Top half of the first inning here, still scoreless. Carly Bunderson standing on third, representing the first run of the day for Salt Lake. And again, Ray Gall, power-hitting left fielder in the box here, 1 away. Go around the horn with the Coyotes here in 1 moment. Just to get you caught up on the defensive alignment for Amanda Montalto's Coyotes this afternoon. Next pitch from Badeos is right down the pipe for strike 1. Behind the dish will be Anissa Calderon. Anissa again this start today. First base, Emily Guthrie. Second, Chelsea Perez. Shortstop, Ginger Muir. Third base, Shandy Perez. Kara Simpson in left field. Justin Garganese in center. And Raina Ladislaw in right field. Unfortunately, Maggie Mann Warren did sustain a hand injury. We're hoping maybe just a sprain on her thumb potentially, but that will keep her out of this game here and the rest of the weekend. Unfortunately, she was pulled after Game 1, and we haven't seen her since. So we wish Maggie all the best here, a speedy recovery, and hopefully she can get healthy in time to play in Twin Falls next week. Lady Coyotes have a road trip up to Twin Falls to match CSI, who I believe is ranked 13th in the country at the moment. Have Salt Lake City here ranked 5th, so 2 very good teams at the top of the Scenic West Athletic Conference in 2016. Shonda Badeos comes set to deliver the full count pitch to Ray Gall. And that is on the inside corner for called strike 3. You don't see that often. Backwards K in your books. Ray Gall caught looking here. Big pitch by Shonda trying to strand Carly Bunderson at third here. Get the Coyotes out of the inning unscathed here, top of the first, but she's going to have to get past cleanup hitter Lauren Goslin. Lauren here batting from the left side of the plate. Some pretty fantastic offensive numbers here. She's batting .411. Sorry, earlier I said 3 players batting .400 or better. It's actually 4. Goslin, Bunderson, Tina Ford, and Ray Gall. So Goslin coming in here, 20 runs scored, 30 hits, 3 home runs, 27 ribbies here. Got to be very careful with this powerful lefty at the plate here. The next pitch from Badeos is taken high and inside for ball 1. That's going to bring us to another favorable hitters count for Salt Lake. Shonda needs to stay out of these kind of situations just to make sure she can maximize her pitching effort and stay out there and give her Coyotes a chance to win here. Be a big feather in the cap of this young team to get a win over a team as good as Salt Lake. As I say that, that ball is lifted into center field. Justin Garganese has a beat on it, gloves it for the final out of the inning. Carly Bunderson is stranded at third. Coyotes avert disaster in the top of the first here as we head to the home half of the first. CSN and Salt Lake are scoreless here on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Bottom half of the first inning, Coyotes coming to take their licks against Addie Jensen, Salt Lake City pitcher for the Bruins. Addie has a 1.56 ERA, 8-0 record. Very, very accomplished here in 69 innings. She has 45 strikeouts, batting average against of just 164 here. As we said earlier, unfortunately, no Maggie Mann Warren in the lineup for the Coyotes. So leading off is going to be the shortstop, number 7, Ginger Muir. Don't expect a long at bat here. Ginger, a free swinger. She likes to attack those early pitches here, but so far so good for Ginger. Ginger's batting .351 on the season. Second on the team, only to Man Warren here, a couple points ahead of three-hole hitter Mackenzie McBride. So Ginger doing a good job. They're one of these young Coyotes here. Great set of freshmen here. It's going to be fun to see them grow the remainder of this season and what they can transform themselves into next year. Ginger will be followed by catcher Anissa Calderon and then designated player Mackenzie McBride. We'll go through the lineup and we'll go through Salt Lake defensively here in a moment. Muir grounds back to the pitcher here. Nice play by Jensen. Jensen fires over to first base in time to retire Muir. 1-3. Jensen got that out of her glove quickly here. Fired it over to first baseman Karina Pindell in plenty of time. So the Coyotes 1 through 9 here. Miro Calderon coming to the plate. McBride, Justin Garganese batting cleanup. Kara Simpson batting 5th. Shandy Perez batting 6th. Shonda Badeos in the 7-hole. Emily Guthrie batting 8th. And rounding out the lineup will be Raina Ladislav. Chelsea Perez, a flex today, playing second base. Nice to see CP back in the lineup after she was a little bit banged up. She's been dealing with injury the last couple weeks, was held out of last weekend's road sweep at Snow College here, so it's nice to see Chelsea back in contributing defensively here. One of 3 sophomores on the team, definitely a team leader, and it's good to see her in the lineup. Anissa tries to bunt at this one here. Jensen's pitch is in the glove here. It's going to be a called strike. Salt Lake defensively looks like this. Behind the dish, Ashley Crabtree. At first base, Karina Pindell. At second, Kaylee Bott. At shortstop, Carly Bunderson. At third base, Madison Cisco. In the outfield, of course, Ray Gall. In center, Tina Ford. And in right field, Kelsey Rodriguez. Again, Addie Jensen on the bump for Salt Lake. 8-0 record, 1.56 ERA. Tremendous starting staff here featured by the Salt Lake City Bruins. And the next pitch by Jensen is cut on and missed by Calderon. That's going to retire Nisa Calderon. First strikeout of the day for Ashley Jensen. 1 away in the inning. And that's going to bring up the 3-hole hitter, Mackenzie McBride. Mackenzie, young freshman out of Palo Verde High School. third on the team in average, batting .349. Mackenzie has 29 hits, 11 RBIs on the season. Like I said, she settled into that 3-hole very, very nicely here. It's great to see Mackenzie. It's great to see all these young Coyotes growing and contributing here. Ginger Muir, Anissa Calderon, her sister Amber Calderon, all these talented young freshmen coming together here. This is going to be quite a bunch next season. Deep in the hole by Mackenzie McBride, and there's no way Carly Bunderson can get her. Fires over to first base, not in time.
Number 24, Justin Gargany.
Mackenzie now standing on first base here. First hit of the day for the Coyotes. Single in the hole for McBride. Excellent job there. It's going to be Mackenzie's 30th hit on the season here. And it's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, center fielder Justin Garganese, who gets under one, lifted into right field here. Plenty of time for Kelsey Rodriguez to get under and squeeze it for the final out. That's going to be F9, and that's going to do it, folks. Coyotes, no runs, 1 hit, no errors here in the bottom half of the first as we head to the top of the second inning. Salt Lake and CSN scoreless here on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back into the broadcast, folks. Top half of the second inning here from sunny Henderson, Nevada. Not as windy, not nearly as windy as what we had to bear with yesterday. Fantastic day for softball. Coyotes and Bruins scoreless here in the top half of the second. Leading off for Salt Lake this inning will be catcher Ashley Crabtree. She'll be followed by first baseman Karina Pindell and third baseman Madison Cisco. Shonda Badeos in for her second inning of work here. Shonda walked the tightrope here, danced around some danger, but was able to get out, stranding Bunger on third here, and that Bunderson, excuse me, I said Bunger. Carly Bunderson on third here, keeping the Salt Lake City Bruins off the scoreboard here. Just something the Coyotes haven't been able to do too frequently here. Salt Lake scoring 25 runs. Just 10 innings of play here. Of the 10 innings, trying to get this right here, they did play at least a single run in 8 of those 10 innings. So Salt Lake very efficient offensively here. Ashley Crabtree, one of the premier hitters in this lineup. Second on the team in home runs with 6. Second on the team in RBIs with 38. 37 hits. And the most impressive thing is, of those 37 hits, 15 of those have gone for extra bases.
Now batting, number 9, Karina.
Next pitch to Crabtree is grounded 2. Pitcher Shonda Badeos here grabs that, fields that, throws to first, 1-3. So far, so good. Emily Guthrie with her second put out of the day. Coyotes retiring the leadoff batter. That's exactly what you want to do against this Salt Lake lineup. Get that first out, get some confidence to your pitcher here. The first pitch to Pindell misses high for ball one. Karina comes in batting .333 on the season. 3 home runs, 20 RBIs, 21 total hits, 14 runs scored. Karina has played in 29 games, started 23 this season for the Bruins. Seen the majority of the time at first base here for Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City now 25-2 in conference, setting the pace for the Scenic West Athletic Conference. 11-1 on the road. 34-4 overall. Fantastic record here for the pace setters in the Scenic West. Shonda comes set to deliver the next pitch, and it's right down the heart of the plate, taken for a called strike. Pindell will be followed by Madison Cisco. Madison Cisco, local Las Vegas product out of Silverado High School, freshman from Las Vegas. Pindell puts a charge into one, but Kara Simpson's under it in time. Gloves that for the second out of the inning. F7
Number 24.
to retire Pindell, and that's going to bring up local Las Vegas product Madison Cisco. Had a career-high 4 RBIs in yesterday's Game 2 win over CSN. They were able to defeat CSN 10-0. Madison, like I said, 4 RBIs for the freshman from Silverado High School, local Southern Nevada product. Nice to see both baseball and softball growing here in the Southern Nevada Valley. It's becoming a hotbed for both sports. Great to see. First pitch by Bedeos misses low to Cisco. That's ball one. Next pitch here, right down the heart of the plate. Called strike. And Shonda's really doing a nice job here of spotting her pitches here, especially that fastball. She's moving it around from the center to the inside of the plate. It's definitely, I wouldn't say fooling these Salt Lake hitters, but it's a nice pitch. It's crisp. It's in there tight, and it's hitting the zone. That's what she wants to do. Both her and J.C. LeBaron talking to Coach Montalto. She said if they can limit their walks, she believes both these pitchers can give their team a chance to win today. If they can just cut down on the walks, throw strikes, and force these Salt Lake hitters to make contact. I mean, that sounds like a crazy concept when you have a team overall that's batting. Let's see, as a team here, I want to get the correct stats here. Team in general here. That ball is fouled right our way here, so got to be careful. Yeah, team batting average here. Go ahead and hold your breath for a second. It took me long enough to find it. Sorry about that. 356. So anytime you have a team that's batting 356, and Cisco makes solid contact, drives that into shallow center field here, drops in front of Garganese for a single. So Madison is on base. You don't want to really pitch. You want to pitch smartly to a team batting 356 because, like I said, you want the contact to be off the ends of the bats, off the inside. You know, you want to get the best of these hitters. If you let them square these pitches up, I mean, a lot of these balls are going to go over this fence. We saw 2 long balls yesterday, one by Ray Gall. The other one went out by Kylie Everell, I believe. First pitch from Bedeos in there to Kelsey Rodriguez is in there for a called strike. Kelsey in right field today. 309 hitter. 11 runs, 17 hits, 1 home run, 4 RBIs for Salt Lake right fielder. And she fouls one out of play over the left field line.
Back up a little bit there.
Coach Montalto adjusting her seat inside the dugout here. We've got some foul balls flying her way. Dangerously close, actually. So we're gonna have to make sure she's in the safest area possible here. She's in the opening of the dugout, of course. Sits right on the edge of the infield or edge of the dirt there. Bedeos here looking to retire Rodriguez and get her Coyotes in the dugout here. Instead, Rodriguez hits a soft liner to Ginger Muir. It's short. Ginger had it for a second here. Can't complete the play. Falls out of her glove here. Not sure if we're going to give an error or a hit on the play. Go ahead and give that a hit. Back-to-back singles by Rodriguez and Madison Cisco here. Have 2 Bruins on with 2 out for the 9-hole hitter, second baseman Kaylee Bott. Kaylee batting .361. She's made 34 starts, played 35 games. Actually adjust that to 35 and 37. And Kaylee lifts one into right field. Raina Ladislav has a beat on it and gloves it for the final out of the inning. So, F9 there. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Coyotes, as we head to the home half of the second. CSN and Salt Lake are scoreless here on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Kara Simpson stepping in the box for her first at bat of the game. Kara will be followed by third baseman Shandy Perez and pitcher Shonda Badeos here in the bottom half of the second inning. Coyotes and Bruins scoreless here. Addie Jensen, first pitch is taken inside for a ball. Kara batting .235 here. Next pitch to Simpson is past the catcher here. Ashley Crouch has some trouble gloving that here. Just past her to the backstop. 2-0 count. 2-0 pitch from Jensen is in there for a called strike. The 2-1 offering from Jensen is fouled out of play. Count even now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And nice job there by Simpson. She lifts one over the shortstop's head into shallow center field, and that's going to be a leadoff single for the Coyote left fielder.
Shandy Perez.
And that's going to bring up Shandy Perez here. Shandy batting .277, 28 hits. Of the 28 hits, 8 are extra bases here, 2 home runs, and a team-leading 30 RBI for the freshman from Oregon. Shandy, a nice addition here, replacing a very, very crucial player on last year's team. If you remember, Serena Cresswell played third base at a elite level here. She was second team All-American in junior college. Her and Vanessa Sanders, outfielder Vanessa Sanders, was first team All-Conference. Not All-Conference, excuse me, first team All-American, definitely first team All-SWAC. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Ray Gall for Salt Lake City here. Big RBI producer. She didn't have the batting average Ray Gall did. Ray really puts the ball in play very effectively, but she did have the power numbers, and it's very similar here. Get her numbers from last season at the end of this inning. Give you a comparison, but next pitch from Jensen to Shandy Perez is skied on the infield, so that's P4 there. Retire Perez, and it's going to bring up number 0 pitcher Shonda Badeos, looking to help her own cause here. She is heated up with the bat. Definitely, Shonda's now batting .225, but the batting average doesn't tell the story here. Been very clutch here with of her 18 hits. She's provided 17 RBIs and 3 long balls. 3 long balls is now good for the team lead. So when you have a pitcher that can hit a little bit like Shonda, it makes everything a little bit easier. Shonda fouls that pitch back and out of play. Shonda reminding you a lot of a pitcher we had last year, Megan Mello. Team leader in wins, and also a very effective bat produced every time that she was in the lineup here. She generally bats somewhere between 4 and 6 sometimes, and she could do it. She can get it done on the bump and with the bat. Anytime you can be effective from both sides, it's a nice luxury to have. Talking to Coach Montalto about Shonda, she says Shonda's still growing into her role as not only our starting pitcher, our frontline pitcher, an ace, if you will. Tough to label that in college softball, but also one of our key hitters in the lineup here. So Shonda grounds to third. The ball is over to second base in time to get the lead runner. No chance on turning the double play there, so Shonda's going to be on a fielder's choice. But the lead runner, Kara Simpson, is retired at second base, and now 2 away in the inning for first baseman Emily Guthrie. Number 38, Red as they call her in the lineup here, due to her red hair. 9 RBIs, no home runs. 16 hits for big Emily Guthrie here. She plays a really, really nice first base, especially defensively. I've seen her make some solid plays with the glove in the field. Batting from the right side here, Emily's another hitter that I believe with some time to adjust to college pitching, she'll hit with a little more power. First pitch to Guthrie is taken for a ball. Emily, also from Palo Verde High School. Her and Mackenzie McBride, high school teammates for quite a bit of their careers. Emily puts a charge into one here, off the wall here in left field. Runners had to hold up here. They weren't really running with 2 outs. Not sure why they weren't running a little more aggressively there with 2 outs. You got to kind of put the pedal to the metal and try to get it there. If the out's made, the out's made. No harm, no foul. No way to get doubled up, but that's neither here nor there at this point. As Emily's standing on second base. Shonda now at third. Nice double off the wall for Emily Guthrie here. Shonda may or may not have been able to make it all the way home if she'd have been booking it, but we'll never know. Coyotes are threatening, though, with runners at second and third here. 2 outs, looking for a big hit from Raina Ladislaw, the 9-hole hitter right fielder today for the Coyotes. Raina made some nice plays defensively out in the field yesterday, and we have time called. Ashley Crabtree going to talk to her pitcher, Jensen. Addie Jensen here, looking to settle in. Set undefeated record. Very impressive stuff for Addie. 1.56 ERA, the best on the team. Kylie Everell surely lowered her ERA yesterday with a 5-inning shutout. 1-hit shutout. See what Addie Jensen can do here to keep pace with her teammate. Jensen comes set to deliver the 1-1 pitch to Ladislaw. And Raina watches that sail high for ball 2. Coyotes on second and third here. Shonda Badeos at second. Emily Guthrie at second. Looking to dent the plate. Put a run on the scoreboard for the Coyotes here. Next pitch is taken low for ball 3. Nice eye there by Reyna. Looking to, if Reyna can reach here, via walk or however, she'll turn the lineup over and we'll be back to the top for shortstop Ginger Muir. And the pitch from Jensen to Ladislaw is fouled back to the screen. Going to run the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Coyote right fielder. Crowd fired up here. Nice crowd out here for Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Both sides of the park filled with their respective fans. Salt Lake City and CSN. Good game here early. Nice waiting for the Coyotes to come out here, even if they can't earn the victory here. They're playing competitive softball against one of the elite teams in the country. 3-2 pitch to Ladislaw. And that is taken on the inside corner for called strike 3. Backwards K in the books, folks. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Coyotes leave 2. And as we head to the top of the third inning, we're scoreless from the Coyote Den in Henderson, Nevada, here on the Coyote Sports Network.
Here in the top of the third.
And welcome back into the broadcast, folks. Top half of the third inning from Henderson, Nevada. Coyotes and Bruins scoreless. Leading off the inning for the Bruins. It's going to be the top of the order here. It's going to be shortstop Carly Bunderson. She reached on an error to lead off the game. E1. Carly will be followed by the center fielder Tina Ford and the left fielder Ray Gall. For the Bruins here in the top half of the third inning. Shonda Badeos out for her third inning of work here. Fantastic job so far on the bump. She has really made her pitches when she's needed to. She's got 1 strikeout to her name here. It was a big strikeout. It was a strikeout of Ray Gall, power hitting left fielder for the Bruins, with Carly Bunderson on third in the first inning to deny Salt Lake a scoring opportunity. Badeos comes set to deliver the pitch and is taken low for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Salt Lake shortstop Carly Bunderson. Carly batting .456 Amazing stuff here. 40 runs scored, 52 hits, 31 RBIs, and that's from the leadoff spot, folks. 31 RBIs, showing you that she does what she needs to do. Batting at a .456 clip, slugging .553, so she's not getting crazy, but her on-base percentage, .500. It's exactly what you want from a leadoff hitter, and it's no wonder that she's second on the team in runs scored with 40. Only Ray Gall has more runs scored and more total bases. As I say that here, Shauna Badeos throws one wide, and that's her first walk of the game. I don't like to see that walk of Carly Bunderson here, getting on base again, showing you why she has a .500 on-base percentage. And that's going to bring up Tina Ford. Tina Ford tied with Ray Gall for average here, .487. That's all. No big deal. 78 at bats. Tina Ford has 38 hits, 35 runs scored, 10 ribbies. On base percentage leads the entire team here, .556. A little center fielder, speedy center fielder, hitting from the left-hand side of the box. Reminds you a lot of one of our fellow Coyotes, Maggie Mann Warren. Contact hitter here. If she gets anything on the ground, she's a threat to beat it out. And she does just that, chops one over to first baseman Emily Guthrie. She flips to Chelsea Perez, but not even close. Tina Ford beats that by 2 steps for an infield single. Like I was saying here, if she gets it on the ground, she's a threat to get on base. She's just that fast. 2 chopper to Emily Guthrie. Guthrie fielded it cleanly, had no opportunity whatsoever to get her out. Bruins got a rally going here after a leadoff walk and a single. Runners on first and second for power hitting Ray Gall. First pitch from Badeos to Gall is low and in the dirt for ball 1. Nice job back there by Anissa to glove that and not let it get past her with runners on base. Ray Gall, what can you say? .487 hitter, 15 bombs, 63 RBIs, 60 hits. 60 hits. Wow. 44 runs scored. Like I said, she reminds me a lot of Vanessa Sanders. Vanessa Sanders ended the season with, well, we'll see when the season ends. I mean, at that point, we're talking, these ladies still have 10 more full games to play in the regular season here. Vanessa Sanders, 63 RBIs, 18 home runs. Ray Gall definitely a threat to put 20 over the fence. So we'll see at the end of the day. But that earned Vanessa Sanders all-team first SWAC. All first-team SWAC and first-team junior college softball All-American. Vanessa Sanders was an outfielder on that All-American team. So got to think Ray Gall is right in line for both those honors, including SWAC Player of the Year. Like I said, playing on the best team here, 34-4. Bruins currently 25-2, setting the pace. I think they, if I'm not mistaken here, I think they're 4 games up on College of Southern Idaho. Obviously, depending on this weekend's results, we don't have the live results for CSI. If anybody listening does, go ahead and hit us up on our Twitter account at CSN Coyotes. Let us know, or can send us a message here on our YouTube channel, College of Southern Nevada Athletics. We'd love to hear from you. Love to interact with our fans here on the broadcast, so please send us a tweet or a message. Said you can do it right off the audio page of the College of Southern Nevada Athletics YouTube channel. And the 3-0 pitch from Badeos, dangerously close, but misses low to Ray Gall, and that's ball 4.
Number 13.
He's going to load up the bases here. And you don't want a big inning here for the Coyotes here. Last thing you want is the wheels to fall off in the top of the 3rd. Badeos and this defense have been doing a great job here keeping Salt Lake off the board, but Bruins put the first 3 on base, 2 walks and a single, and that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter here, Lauren Gosselin. Gosselin flew out to center field. Garganese made a nice play on that, but Gosselin here, a .411 hitter, and she's got some pop, folks. 3 long balls, 27 RBIs, slugging .630. So the lefty here put a charge into one if she can. She fouls one back here. Shonda walking the tightrope here in the top half of the third inning. Hopefully the wheels do not come off here for the Coyotes. You've seen the big inning bite them several times this year. Salt Lake is a team that'll play for that big inning with the kind of power and the kind of bats they have in their lineup. Why not? Shonda comes set to deliver the pitch to Gosselin, but before that, Gosselin calls time, steps out of the batter's box. Thank all our fans for listening to today's broadcast. Appreciate you taking some time out of your afternoon to spend it with us. Gosselin rips one into the left center field gap, and that may clear the bases. That's not going to quite clear the bases, but it's good enough to score two. Carly Bunderson and Tina Ford touch home for the first 2 runs of the game for Salt Lake. Left center field gap double for Lauren Gosselin here. 2 RBIs to her credit. Ray Gall moves to third. Gosselin standing on second, and just like that, the Bruins have a 2-0 lead. Top half of the third inning, still nobody out, and that's going to bring up Ashley Crabtree. Ashley grounded back to the pitcher in her first at bat. Retired 1-3. Looking for a little more here with nobody out and runners on second and third. First pitch from Bedeios to Crabtree is taken low for ball 1. Ashley, a .394 hitter here. Next pitch to Ashley is also low for ball 2. That's the problem here with this lineup here. This Bruin lineup constantly puts pressure on you, and the last thing you want to do is get behind in the count, because they hunt fastballs, they hunt those kind of pitches here, and if they can find one here, get their bat through the zone. I mean, like I said, 1 through 6, these girls can all rake. They can put it over the fence in a hurry here, especially 5'3" sophomore Ashley Crabtree out of Murray, Utah. She's a player, folks. Next pitch from Bedeios to Crabtree is taken for ball 3. Crabtree, one of the elite catchers in this conference here, but not the best I've seen. I've seen Abby Toller, saying that earlier, Abby Toller out of
Now batting, number 9, Karina.
College of Southern Idaho. Abby gets it done here. Abby, my vote for top catcher in the conference. The weekend she had here against our Coyotes was incredible. And that next pitch misses low, so Crabtree's going to walk over to first and reload the bases for Salt Lake for Karina Pindell. Karina flied out to the warning track. Kara Simpson had her play perfectly in her first at-bat. I am afraid, though, that with bases loaded here and a second opportunity, Karina Pindell might really put a charge into one here. Power hitting first baseman Pindell, batting .333. And power hitting, 3 long balls. Of her 21 hits, 3 have gone in the seats. 20 RBIs in those 21 hits, too, so she's clutch. Pindell, speaking of clutch, puts one in the right center field gap, and that's going to score 2. As Gosselin and Gall come home standing up here. It's going to be a 2 RBI single for Salt Lake first baseman. And the Bruins now lead 4-0. Runners still on the corners, first and third here. Heads up base running there by Ashley Crabtree. It really was. She saw the throw was coming home. As the throw came home, she smartly advanced on it, going from second to third. And with 1 away in the inning, I think we have a pitching change, and we actually do. Coach Montalto out to the mound, and we're going to see J.C. LeBaron, number 20, come in for Shonda Bedeios. And Shonda this afternoon is, well, I wouldn't say afternoon, she'll probably pitch in game 2, but her day in this game is over.
J.C. LeBaron.
Great start there by Shonda. Just said the wheels kind of fell off a little bit here as she was just struggling to get through this lineup a second time. She was able to get through it one time here, 1 through 9, without allowing any runs. Trying to get through this daunted lineup a second time here is tough for any pitcher. Shonda unable to do it. J.C. LeBaron is going to take some warm-up tosses while we have some time here. CSN Athletics would like to thank a few of our sponsors: Sport Coast Sporting Goods, Greenspun Media Group, Sunset Station, Fiesta Henderson and Casino, Hotel and Casino, Edge Fitness, The Vaults, Mesquite Ford, and the Revere Golf Club. Thanks to all our sponsors here from Coyote Athletics. We appreciate the support. J.C. LeBaron now finishing up her warm-up pitches, and she has a tall task ahead of her. Coming into relief here, only one away, facing Madison Cisco, third baseman from Silverado High School, local Las Vegas product. Again, freshman out of Silverado. She has runners on first and third and only one away here, so JC is going to have to really bear down, try to get out of this jam that she was put into. It's never an enviable task to come into a game as a relief pitcher here, especially against a lineup as effective as Salt Lake. So let's see if she can put a nice inning together here, get herself out of some trouble.
Now batting for the Bruins, number 24, Madison Cisco.
Give you a little update from what's going on with the boys. Salt Lake and CSN scoreless up there in Salt Lake, Taylorsville to be exact. Top of the seventh, 0-0. Coyotes looking to win both today here as they lost the second game. Won the first, lost the second here. And as we see something here, it's a little double steal. Throw over to second by Anissa. She's going to retire to the runner, Karina Pindell, at second. But in that motion here, Ashley Crabtree does come home to score the Bruins' fifth run of the game here. So not the kind of trade-off you want, though. 2 outs now in the inning on the double steal to throw through by Anissa. Did get the runner on at second in time, but Ashley Crabtree breaks for home, scores pretty easily here. Bruins now up 5-0. Bases empty. Madison Cisco still at the plate. The next offering from LeBaron to Cisco is in there for a called strike. Interesting strategy there by Anissa to throw through. I mean, nice job there. It would have been cool if maybe there was a kind of a play in place where the second baseman could have came up, gloved that, and fired immediately back home to retire her. But best laid plans. Madison Cisco gets into one, lifts it into center field here. That's going to be caught by Justin Garganese, F8.
Kelsey Rodriguez.
2 away in the inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Kelsey Rodriguez. Kelsey 1 for 1 with a single today. 5 runs in here in the top half of the third inning for the Bruins. Trying to raise that average. Their overall team batting average now stands at .394, folks. I mean, Southern Idaho's in second place batting .350. You think they're really doing something. But this team, this collective unit, is batting nearly .400 at .394. Ground ball to Ginger Muir. She fires over in time to first. Emily Guthrie gloves that for the out. 6-3 to end the inning, but a very effective inning for Salt Lake as 5 runs, 3 hits, no errors lead to a 5-0 score here as we head to the bottom of the third inning here on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back into the broadcast, folks. Bottom half of the third inning. Salt Lake leads CSN 5-0. Top of the order leading off the inning for the Coyotes, Ginger Mirror, followed by catcher Anissa Calderon and designated player Mackenzie McBride here. Addie Jensen. So far, so good for the ERA leader, not only for Salt Lake. As first pitch here by Mirror, grounded to third baseman Cisco. Madison Cisco makes a great play here, 5-3 to retire Mirror. Anissa Calderon's coming up here. Salt Lake with an impressive, this is their starting staff here. They have a 2.05 overall ERA. Wow. 20-2 for their staff record here. Unbelievable. There's not much they don't lead in, folks. 2.05, and just to double check, Addie Jensen does have the lowest ERA in the entire Scenic West Athletic Conference. Just wanted to verify that, 1.65, and probably dropping here. She continues to deal here in Southern Nevada this afternoon. It'll be her only start of the weekend. The next pitch to Anissa is on the inside corner for a called strike. 2.05 team ERA. In softball, college softball, that is hard to do. Anissa puts a charge into one, though, gets it over the head of right fielder Kelsey Rodriguez, and she's standing on second with a one-out double. Wow, Anissa puts a charge into one here. She really got all of that. That was just a few feet from going over the wall there. Addie Jensen talking to her third baseman here, probably asking her, can you believe how far she hit that ball off me? And yes, we can, because we've seen it. It's Mackenzie McBride coming to the dish here. Lefty's 1 for 1 here. First pitch from Jensen to McBride is high for a ball. And McBride grounds it over to third. Nice play by Cisco here. Picks it up and fires over to first in time. Nice job for her to look the runner back too. Anissa having no chance to break on that. 5-3 in your books to retire McKenzie. And that's going to bring up center fielder Justin Garganese. Garganese flied out to right field. Kelsey Rodriguez in her last at bat. Let's see what the CSN power hitting center fielder has in store second time around. Jensen's first pitch is right down the pipe for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. Addie Jensen getting ahead of the hitters. That's exactly what you want to do. This pitching staff is really, really accomplished here, and they're really confident. Of course, Averill. Oh, Justin Garganese puts one down the line here, and that's going to be a fair ball. Just in front of Kelsey Rodriguez here, and that's going to be a double. She's going to switch places with Anissa Calderon. Nice job by Justin to put a charge into one here, an RBI double, just fair inside the right field line. And the Coyotes get the scoreboard for the first time here, and now trail 5-1. Excellent job there by Justin Gargan. He's putting a charge into one here, and that's going to bring up first baseman left fielder, Kara Simpson, who singled in her last at bat. First pitch to Kara is fouled back. But I was saying about this pitching staff here before that hit by Justin Garganese, for Salt Lake, these ladies here, I mean, they've seen it all. You've got Averill, you've got Lauren Fraley, and you've got right now on the mound Addie Jensen. We're talking some experienced pitchers, 2 sophomores. Addie's a freshman here, so Addie going to be around next year, 6-footer out of Morgan, Utah. But they're all experienced. They know what to do. They know how to handle themselves in situations. And more importantly, they got to know and be confident that they have the kind of offense that if you do have a bad day like Fraley did in game 1, and I mean it was a bad day in the fact that she gave up 6 runs, but she was spotted 15 runs, a 15-1 lead, so they were up 14 runs. I mean, you can kind of pitch freely, you know, in that sense, and you can just kind of, you know, if they hit you a little bit, they hit you a little bit, but you know that this offense is good enough to always pick you up and score enough runs for you to win the game, and Fraley did a great job of not having her best stuff, but still going the distance here for the win. So that's what an offense like that will do to you. Kara Simpson back in the box here. Next pitch from Jensen is taken high for a ball, and the Coyotes looking to start a rally here. After Ginger was retired here, we've had, well, Ginger was retired, then Mackenzie McBride, so 2 outs, but 2 doubles as well indeed here. Kara Simpson puts one in the hole here, very deep and short. The only chance that Carly Bunderson had was an attempt to throw it to third. No chance, so she's safe. That's going to be a single in the hole for Kara Simpson. Nice job. Kara's 2 for 2 now. And that's going to bring up the CSN Coyotes RBI leader here, Shandy Perez. 30 RBIs on the season, looking to add to that total. She popped out to the second baseman in her first at-bat. Shandy looking to put a charge into one here from the left-hand side. These are the opportunities CSN has to seize here. I mean, when you have runners on the corners here, you have to come up with a clutch hit. That's all there is to it here. This young Coyotes team has to learn how to hit in the clutch, and they have to learn how to produce runs when they're out there to be had. And this is a big learning moment here. Jensen's first pitch to Shandy Perez on the inside corner for a called strike. But the Coyotes, you know, if they're these lady Coyotes here, these young Coyotes, they should be taking a page out of this Salt Lake Bruins team book here. And what I mean by that is they should just be watching their body language, how they carry themselves, the air of confidence that they play this game with. They play this game of softball here with an air of confidence because they know what they're all about. They know what their abilities are, and they're good enough to maximize their potential, and that's exactly how you get to where they are. Shandy Perez skies one into foul territory. Ashley Crabtree under that. P2 in foul territory to retire Perez. Coyotes score 1-1. 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on base as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. Coyotes strand a pair, but score 1 and trail Salt Lake 5-1 here on the Coyotes Sports Network. And welcome back into the broadcast, folks. Top half of the 4th inning for Salt Lake City and CSN. Bruins holding a 5-1 lead here currently over the home hosting Coyotes on Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Nice ceremony pre-game here Nice national anthem. First pitch, it was a very, very touching moment here. Of course, breast cancer, very serious disease here, and like to bring awareness and support to it any way we can here at the College of Southern Nevada. So nice job here on the continuation of Fan Appreciation Weekend. Started yesterday, concluding today here after the conclusion of our final game. Should be game 4 of the series. Kaylee Bott steps in to face J.C. LeBaron here. 9-1-2 for the Bruins. Kaylee puts one in the hole. Ginger Mirror makes a diving attempt. Cannot glove it here. It's going to be a leadoff single for the Bruins second baseman. Kaylee Bott on base. That's going to bring us back to the top of the order. Number 22, shortstop Carly Bunderson. Bunderson reached both plate appearances. First time she got on was the E1. Also walked. So Carly jacking up that on-base percentage here, which she's on-base percentage. Let's see her clip here. She's at an even 500. No big deal. Just gets on base half the time she steps in the batter's box. She's so impressive. It's amazing. Carly here batting from the left side. Takes a hack at one and puts it in to the left field corner foul. Sorry, I got to be delayed on that call because they have a little bit of an obstruction here with the dugout. So I got to stand up and peek over to see where that ball actually landed. Don't want to give you guys false information. That is a foul ball here. Carly followed by Tina Ford and Ray Gall here. Salt Lake keeps the pressure on with these bats. Next pitch from LeBaron to Bunderson. Taken outside, just outside for a ball. Tough zone here a little bit. J.C. LeBaron gets set to deliver the next pitch, and Bunderson slaps that past a diving Chelsea Perez at second base here for single. And just like that, back-to-back singles for the Bruins. Have them in business once again here. Bott and Bunderson on first and second. That's going to bring up the center fielder Tina Ford, who singled in her last at-bat. Was retired on a grounder to the pitcher first time around. Tina Ford, like I said, very reminiscent of Maggie Mann Warren here. Speedy center fielder from the left side. If she's able to put one on the ground anywhere, they're going to be a candidate to beat that out. That thing can definitely get on you in a hurry. And like I said, when a ball is hit by a runner as fast as her, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. They got to make a perfect play on it. They got to field it correctly. They got to make a great throw, get it out of their glove. And sometimes you can just have one misstep, and that's all it takes to give her an infield single. Shandy Perez is coming so far on the infield. By the time J.C. LeBaron delivers the pitch, Shandy's even with her on the mound. So you can just see how much she's running up here. Shandy expecting a slap hit, if you will, a little butcher boy kind of style hit where you just kind of pull the bat back, try to make contact, and slap it somewhere. Like I said, if it gets to the deeper part of the middle infield, and by deeper part, I mean even with the second base bag, forget about it. Tina Ford is going to be on base. LeBaron comes set to deliver the next pitch, and Ford bunts it back to LeBaron. LeBaron has to field it very quickly. Nice job by JC to get it out of her glove over to Emily Guthrie at first and retire Ford by just half a step.
Number 18.
1-3, but a nice job by Tina Ford there, as we're going to give her credit for a sacrifice, of course, as both runners move up. So Bunderson is now standing on second. Kaylee Bott standing on third for the premier power hitter in the Scenic West Athletic Conference, Ray Gall. And again, Ray Gall putting up video game type numbers here for the Salt Lake City Bruins. 487 batting average, 60 hits, 15 home runs, 63 ribbies. She's slugging 957, folks. 957. And speaking of slugging, she puts a charge into one up the right field line, just foul. Power to all fields for sure. But when someone's slugging 957, she has more walks than strikeouts. On the season, she's walked 10 times. She struck out 9. And I'm sorry, I'm going to update that strikeout total because Shonda Badeos did catch her looking top half of the first inning. So she's actually even now. 10 strikeouts, 10 walks. So That's how you bat .487 and slug .957, folks. You don't give away at bats. The next pitch from LeBaron is taken high for a ball. He's going to run the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Like I said, be careful here if you're J.C. LeBaron with this power hitter. Ray Gall can make that ball disappear in a hurry. She can make it a souvenir. And she puts a charge into one. Great job by Ginger Muir. Excellent job, but Ray Gall does what she does and produces an RBI. Surprise, surprise. 6-3 on the putout for Ray Gall, but an RBI ground out. And that's Ray's conference leading 64th RBI on the season here. 64 RBIs. First pitch to Lauren Goslin. She's taken for a ball. Salt Lake now regains that 5-run lead off the RBI ground out from Gall. Next pitch from Calderon, or from LeBaron to Calderon is strike. Nisa throws down to second here. Trying to keep the runner honest. He's back in plenty of time. LeBaron's next pitch is skied into the outfield here, and that is a souvenir. Lauren Goslin giving a fan a souvenir here. She puts a charge into one over the right center field wall. She's touching them all. And speaking of touching them all, the Bruins are now touching an 8-1 lead over CSN. Lauren Goslin. 2-run, doing some yard work here.
Now batting, number 20, Ashley Crabtree.
That's Lauren Goslin's 4th long ball of the season. Doing some yard work here in Henderson, Nevada, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Ashley Crabtree. Ashley here walked in her last plate appearance, grounded out to the pitcher, grounded back to the pitcher. First time up. It just proves my point here. We were talking earlier just how tough it is to get through this Salt Lake lineup. Shonda Badeos was able to get through 1 through 9 unscathed without scoring, but this second time around, I mean, these Bruins are raking. They're looking to score double-digit runs for the 3rd consecutive contest. They're well on their way to that. This pitch by LeBaron is fouled up the left field line. Just a different class of softball being played here from the ladies visiting us from Salt Lake. It's impressive to see. Crabtree skies the next pitch on the infield. Shandy Perez calls that off. Key 5. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, nobody left on base for Salt Lake as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Bruins lead the Coyotes 8-1 here on the Coyote Sports Network. Got a defensive substitution for Salt Lake City. Cheyenne Pratt is now playing right field for Kelsey Rodriguez, so Kelsey's day is done. Cheyenne Pratt will take over in right field. Leading off the and welcome back to the broadcast, folks. Sorry we had a little technical difficulty there. Top half of the fifth inning. 8-1 Salt Lake leads here. Had a substitution as well. Karina Pindell is out of the game. Hitting in her place is going to be number 12, Kayla Stevens. Stevens will be followed by Madison Cisco and Cheyenne Pratt. Pratt, a defensive replacement for right fielder Kelsey Rodriguez in the home half of the fourth inning here for the Bruins. So Karina Pindell's day is done. Pindell did have 2 RBIs on a clutch single here to bring a couple Bruins home. Next pitch to Stevens is taken for a ball. And Stevens skies one on the infield here. Shandy Perez making a diving attempt. Unfortunately cannot come up with that ball, so that's going to be an infield single for Stevens.
Now batting, number 24, Madison Cisco.
Kayla playing in her 14th game. She's only made 4 starts. That's her 3rd hit of the season. Nice job there by Kayla Stevens to get on the board here for herself and her Bruins in the top half of the 5th inning. Third baseman Madison Cisco stepping into the box here. Silverado High School graduate from right here in Southern Nevada. Nice to see some players coming home. Sure she has some family, maybe some friends in the audience. And that ball gets away here, and Kayla Stevens is going to scoot into second base here on the pass ball. And last thing you want here is a big inning by Salt Lake. Timeout here on the field here as infield comes in to chat with J.C. LeBaron. Madison Cisco going to take the time to come up and speak to her head coach, standing in the third base box here. While we have some time, we'd like to thank all our fans who made it out here for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Made it a special day here at the ballpark on the continuation of Fan Appreciation Weekend here at Russell Road Complex in Henderson, Nevada. We got some time. We'd like to thank a few of our sponsors here: Under Armour, Sportco Sporting Goods, The Vaults, Edge Fitness, Fiesta Henderson Hotel and Casino, Sunset Station Hotel and Casino, and Courtyard Marriott. Thanks to all our sponsors here. Time in here. Madison Cisco back in the box to face the next pitch from J.C. LeBaron. LeBaron comes set and delivers. And the ball is taken just low. Close pitch. J.C. LeBaron comes set to deliver the next pitch to Cisco. And it's low for ball 4. Bruins once again have their first 2 hitters of the inning on base. Could spell doom for the Coyotes. That's going to bring up Cheyenne Pratt. Of course, Cheyenne replaced Kelsey Rodriguez in right field. Cheyenne getting her first at-bat of the game. Cheyenne batting 133, playing in her 19th game. 2 hits, 1 RBI on the season for the new Bruins right fielder. First pitch to Pratt is taken on the inside corner for a called strike. These are the hitters J.C. LeBaron has to attack here. You've got to attack these pitch hitters, the bottom of the order, because if it gets up again to the top and they get opportunities to swing with runners on, it's going to be trouble. Cheyenne Pratt puts a nice swing on the one, but Ginger Muir gloves that in the hole. Nice job, basically the lip of the outfield grass there to make the catch.
Now batting, number 10, Kaylee Bott.
Line out to the shortstop. That's going to bring up second baseman Kaylee Bott, who actually is a starter and still in the game. Flight out to right field in her first at-bat, singled her second time up here. The Salt Lake second baseman. Kaylee comes set for the first pitch from LeBaron. And I think that pitch was called a ball. Yep. Ball on the outside here. Anissa active behind the plate, makes a throw down to Chelsea Perez. Just make sure the runner stays on it. She's there. Next pitch is high for ball 2. One away in the inning here. Bruins on first and second base. Looking to add to a 7-run lead. They currently lead CSN 8-1 in the game. And nice swing put onto that one by Kaylee Bott. She gave it a charge all the way to the warning track. But an excellent job by Ladislaw here to get back in time to make the catch. Nice catch out there by Reyna.
Number 22, Carly Bunderson.
Another F9 in the books there to retire Kaylee Bott. The runner does advance to third. Kayla Stevens now standing on third. Madison Cisco on first. And we're back to the top of the order. Carly Bunderson here. Has been on base all 3 times she's been to the plate here. E1 in the first inning. Walk and a single. Looking to add to that 500 OBO. First pitch, a strike from LeBaron. Set to deliver pitch number 2, and that is taken low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down here in the inning. Carly Bunderson looking to produce for her Bruins. Got 8 home already. Runners on the corners here for Carly. Pitch high here, outside. Anissa throws the ball down to third base. Not a fan of throwing behind the runner. I've already expressed that here on this broadcast several times. I just think it's an overrated play, and I think that there's a lot more damage, a lot more harm that could be done than good. You're rarely going to get the runner unless they're really napping off the bag here, and you risk a chance, especially with the runner on third, throwing behind the runner at third, to have a misplayed ball, a high ball going in the outfield, and then you're just giving that team a chance to score basically a free run. And you just really can't do that, especially when you're trailing in the game by 7 runs as it is. The next pitch coming set from LeBaron. And the 3-2 just outside. Carly Bunderson works her second walk of the day. And Carly now has been on base all 4 plate appearances. So we have a pinch hitter again. It's going to be Madison Voorhees. Madison Voorhees will be pinch hitting for center fielder Tina Ford.
Now batting, number 17, Madison Voorhees.
Madison, a part-time player, getting to play here in her 17th game. She started 5 games. 4 hits, 3 RBIs, 1 double here for Madison. And the first pitch from LeBaron to Voorhees is inside for a called strike. Madison here looking to break this thing open. Bruins at every base here, top half of the 5th inning. This pitch from LeBaron is taken low for a ball. LeBaron comes set to deliver the 1-1. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. outside for ball 3. Madison Voorhees here, looking to produce an RBI any way she can, and that'll include a base on balls here. A walk, of course, would produce the 9th run of the afternoon for the Bruins and give Madison Voorhees her 4th RBI of the season. Instead, she puts a charge into one here, and that is in the left center field gap, and that could score all 3. And it is going to score all 3. What an ideal pinch hit opportunity for Madison Voorhees. She takes full advantage of that. A gap double into left center field to score 3. So Madison Voorhees comes up clutch for the Bruins with a bases clearing double. Just like that, she just doubles her RBI total from 3 to 6.
Tina Ford re-enters and will run at second.
Single.
Now batting, number 18, Ray Gall.
And the Bruins now extend their lead to 11-1 here, and like we always say, the run rule is in effect. Which air? Sorry, folks, we're getting some stats together here. J.C. LeBaron does deliver the first pitch to Ray Gall, high and outside for ball 1. Like I said, that double for Madison Voorhees does score 3 runs here, clearing the bases, as Ray Gall puts a charge into one. Justin Gargani's able to get under that and glove it for the final out of the inning. F8 in your books, but the Bruins do dent the plate 3 times here and extend their lead to 10. 11-1 over the Coyotes as we head to the home half of the 5th inning here on the Coyote Sports Network. And welcome back to the broadcast, folks, from Henderson, Nevada. Salt Lake now leads CSN 11-1. We have a pitching change. Addie Jensen's day is done, and in her place is going to be number 21, Brittany Chase. Brittany Chase 0-1 on the season with an 8.10 ERA. Very limited use here. 5 appearances, only 6.2 innings pitched. But with a 10-run lead, you got to feel like you want to get a reliever some work. This is a good time to do so. Addie Jensen in line for her 9th win of the season, giving up just 1 run, a 1.56 ERA, doing what she does here. So Addie in line for the win. If Brittany Chase can record 3 more outs, this will be the game. Of course, the run rule exists here in college softball. 10 after 5. 8 after 5, excuse me. So 10 after 4, is it then? Yeah, I think it could be 10 after 4. 8 after 5 then, excuse me. It's 8 after 5. Sorry, I had the baseball run rule in my mind. So it's 8 after 5. If the Bruins can allow 2 runs or less in this inning, they will close out the 3rd game of this series here in very impressive fashion. Again, they've scored 36 runs so far in just 15 innings of offensive at-bats. 36 runs in 15 innings. That's getting it done. Speaking of getting it done, Brittany Chase records the K
Anissa Calderon
gets her first out in nice style there. Swinging here. Ginger mirror down. Anissa Calderon out up to the plate. Mackenzie McBride on deck representing the last hopes for the Coyotes here in this first of two from Henderson, Nevada. First pitch is taken high for a ball. Brittany Chase, 5'5" freshman out of Draper, Utah. She'll probably be along with Ashley Jensen. These are some young pieces that'll be around after next season here. This Salt Lake team very sophomore heavy, but have some nice young talent coming back that are freshmen. Next pitch from Chase is taken high by Anissa, for a ball. Like I was saying, 36 runs in 15 innings for the Bruins. That's getting it done. Next pitch is cut on and missed by Anissa. Strike two here. Might be an illegal pitch. Illegal pitch, I believe, is going to put Anissa Calderon on first base.
Now batting number 11, Mackenzie McBride.
We'll get the official ruling here. But either way, Anissa trots over to first base here to get the Coyotes a base runner here in the home half of the fifth.
Was that an illegal pitch ball for?
Looks like an illegal pitch. We'll get you the official ruling here. Mackenzie McBride looks at strike two here. All right, so we got a ruling here. Apparently they were It was strike. Okay, so here's the clarification. I'm going to give it to you as best as I know here. The pitch to Anissa was a called strike two. The catcher then came out of her crouch, Ashley Crabtree, and threw the ball around the horn as if it was the third strike. That is an illegal action in college softball here, and that awarded the base to the hitter, Anissa Calderon, because it was not, in fact, strike three. So that was the ruling there. Mackenzie McBride did since ground to third base. Madison Cisco fired over to second baseman Kylie Bott to retire Anissa, the lead runner. Mackenzie does beat out the throw to second base, so it's a fielder's choice. And that's where we are. 2 outs in the inning. Mackenzie standing on first base here, and Justin Garganese representing the last opportunity here for the Coyotes in the bottom of the fifth. Run rule, of course, 8 after 5 here in college softball, so if Salt Lake can record an out here before they give up 3 more runs, they will be victorious. And Justin Garganese with the grounder to short. Nice play. Great play over there by Carly Bunderson. 6-3 to retire Justin Garganese, and that's the game, folks. Just like that, CSN drops game 3 of the series here by a score of 11-1. And the scoring clarification from our official score here too far, but we know what happened here. So it's 11-1 in the books here. Salt Lake City, what can you say? This team is as good as advertised. They came in here ranked 5th in the country, and they did not disappoint here. Like I said, they've scored 36 runs up to this point in 15 offensive innings here. That's right around 2.5 runs an inning. Nobody can touch that in this conference, and hardly in junior college here. This is one of the most elite units that exist. Totals first for the visiting and winning Bruins, 11 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. For CSN, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors. Game 2, 30 minutes from now here. So we have an expected start time of 2 p.m. 2 p.m. for game number 2 here. I will be bringing you the call live here. We'll be back on the air at 2. So for the time being, we're going to say goodbye here for beautiful Henderson, Nevada on Fan Appreciation Weekend and Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to listen to the broadcast with us. Coyotes fall 11-1 to Salt Lake City here. And game 4, the 4th and final game of the series, will be 30 minutes from now here at the Coyote Den. Please join me back here in 30 minutes. For now, I'm signing off. I'm James Hernandez for the Coyote Sports Network.
Hey.